Hello everyone, how are you? You must be fine. In last lecture, we studied the very first poem in your syllabus, that is, Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. That was an inspirational poem. I shall share you figures of speech and appreciation of the poem in PDF form. Okay? Now, today we are going to learn second poem in your syllabus, that is Indian Weavers, written by Sarojini Naidu. Children, let us know something about the poetess Sarojini Naidu. All of we are very familiar with the name Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu was born in 1879 in a Bengali family at Hyderabad. She was a very famous poetess, political activist, that is, she was active in politics during independence, and feminist, that is, a person who supports feminism. She was the first Indian woman who became the president of Indian National Congress. She was a freedom fighter, a prolific writer, and true lover of humanity and equality, and nature lover. Natural rhythm, flowery words are some features of her poetry. That is why she is called Nightingale of India. Sarojini Naidu, born in Bengali family, studied in Chennai, London, and Cambridge University. She got married to Dr. Naidu, a general physician at Hyderabad. During Indian movement, she met Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Mahatma Gandhi, and Rabindranath Tagore, and inspired to work for freedom of India. Later, she became the first woman governor of independent India. Children, Indian Weavers is a short poem. Only 3 stanzas are there in the poem. Each stanza has 4 lines and ends with rhyming scheme A B B. Now I am going to tell you the concept of Greek mythology in poetry. the concept of Greek mythology in Indian viewers is, this poem refers about three phases that is mentioned in Greek mythology, and they are Clotho, Lachesis and Atropos. Children, the three phases denotes about the birth, life and death in a person's life, which are considered as a main part of man's life. It also discusses in Indian mythology. We have Lords Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha. Lord Brahma has been considered as the god of creation, while Lord Vishnu is the god of prosperity and marriage, whereas Lord Shiva has been considered as the god of destruction. Now, first let us know who the weaver is. Weaver is a person whose job is weaving, that is, to make fabric or to make cloth by hand or machine by using threads. The poet talks about the weavers who weave three types of garment at three particular times of a day. Children, here we find the poetess asks the questions to the weavers, and we find the answers to those questions given by the weavers. While reading the poem, we shall come to know which material the weavers are weaving at what time. So, let's read the poem carefully. Here is the first stanza for you. Weavers weaving at break of day, what do you weave a garment so gay? Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Here, the poet sees the weavers to weave garment at break of day. That means early in the morning. The poet is curious about the activity of the weaver, which is in the early morning. So, she asks the weavers, why do you weave a garment, that is cloth, in this early morning? The color of that garment is blue, just like the wings of a halcyon bird. Halcyon is another name of the beautiful bluebird, the kingfisher. The wings are very bright blue in color, and blue color represents loyalty, precious, happiness, joy, hope, and peace. The Indian weavers reply the poet, "We weave the robe of a newborn child." That means the weavers are weaving a cloth or garment for a newborn child who has just come on the earth. The first stanza represents birth stage of human life, and that is childhood. Childhood means a blissful period in man's life, and that is childhood. Childhood is full of joy, hope, freshness, newness. There is no sorrow, no stress in this stage. The journey of life begins with birth. Children, now turn to the second stanza. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright? Like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage veils of a queen. Here in the second stanza, the poetess describes that the poet meets the weavers at fall of night, that is, at the time of sunset. The poet sees the weavers to weave a bright garment. This garment is in purple and green color, like the plumes of a peacock. Here the word plumes means soft feathers. Now we see here a soft and brightly colored garment is being waved by the weaver. Means the weavers are busy in weaving bright color garment. With curious, the poetess asked the weavers, "What are you weaving?" The weavers reply, they are weaving the marriage veil of a queen, that is a bride veil. Here, children, the second stanza represents adulthood stage of human life, that is young age. In this stage, human life is active. People get married and try to settle in this adult stage. These bright color symbolizes energy, stamina, mobility in adulthood. Now turn to the third stanza. weavers weaving at Solomon and still. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Now again, in the third stanza, children, the poetess sees the weavers again. Now, the weavers are weaving something in the moonlight chill. The weavers are very quiet and serious now. They look sad. She asked them, "What do you weave in a moonlight chill?" White as a feather and white as a cloud. The weavers reply, "We are weaving a dead man's funeral shroud." Here, the word shroud means a cloth in which a dead person is wrapped. Children, here the weavers look still and sorrowful. They are weaving a white cloth for a dead person. That is also as an imaginary. The final stage of life is death. White color cloth that indicates end of cycle in life. The color white stands for safety and purity. The weaver weave garment at particular time indicate three particular stages in life. First, childhood, and childhood stands for happiness. Second, adulthood. Adulthood stands for struggle, settlement in life, and the last period of life, that is death. And death means the eternal truth. So, life begins with joy, happiness, hope, and runs with motions, actions, struggle, progress, achievements, and ends with sorrow, grief, and sadness. The poet speaks about three types of dresses that the Indian weavers weave at three particular times of day. So, children, in short, each stanza represents each stage of human life. First stanza represents childhood, and that is why the poetess sees that the weavers are happy and they are weaving a garment which is in blue color, and blue color represents happiness. Second stanza represents adulthood, and that is why the poetess sees that the weavers are very much busy in weaving a bright color garment, and the weavers use purple and green color threads to weave a garment. Means this is the stage of adulthood in human life, and we know that in second stage, that is in adulthood stage, people or human being is very much busy in their activity, struggling, progressing, achieving something, and that is the stage of human being is adulthood. And the third stanza represents the last stage of human being, that is old age or death. And that is why the poetess says that the weaver are very much serious in this stage. They are quiet, they are still, they are weaving at moonlight chill, that is at night, and they are weaving a garment which is white as a feather or white as a cloud. So each stanza represents a particular stage of human life, and in every stanza the poet has used or mentioned a different color. In the first stanza, the weaver are weaving blue color thread, means childhood, means happiness, means hope. In the second stanza, the weavers weave purple and green color threads, means adulthood, means struggle, means progress, means achievement. And in the third stanza, the weavers weave with white color thread, means this is the stage of human being, that is old age, means death. So children, read the poem again and again. Try to understand the central idea. Till then, goodbye. Keep learning. Stay safe.